Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of the group chat where we discuss all things that you talk about in your group chat but doesn't make it outside. I have some people here with me. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves or should I go first?
Sure. I'll start. Hi guys, my name is Dio.
Hi, my name is Ruth.
My name is Doxa.
Hey, my name is Krista.
And let's get into scenario 1.
Alright, so I saw this tweet that says, nobody blank black women. I'm going to get another degree. So do you think black women are prioritizing education too much? Are black women overeducated?
Can somebody be overeducated though?
Yeah. I don't think someone can be overeducated, but I think that you can push it. Like if you get into that 7th degree, chill. Especially
Wait. But are we waiting like degree and like marriage? Because I feel like that's where it is. Because like if I'm married and I have 17 degrees, nobody coming for me.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say if your education is getting in the way of you progressing in life and with other aspects like marriage, relationship, then I think you need to think about your priorities. Do you want to be the master of all degrees and then say, I've accomplished everything I want?
But why can't I be the master of all degrees and still have my mans?
I feel like if it's to a point where your education is getting in the way of you achieving other life goals, then you might need to you need to chill. You need to chill.
But what life goals though? What if my goal in life is to be the most educated?
Well, then that's great for you. Like you can be the master. you can be the master of all degrees. But if you're trying to settle down, have a family, and you're always
what if
in
your
school,
priority isn't to settle down and have
then
a
that's
family?
great.
Okay.
But
Be degree master.
But I think
it's like,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, like, what's the purpose? Are you just trying to get different pieces of paper, or like, what's the reason for
Because
getting?
I
all
don't
What's
want
the reason?
No. Right. But I think the reason it's like lack of knowledge by people perish. So I want to acquire knowledge so that I don't perish. It's literally that simple.
What?
Like, black women are the most educated group of demographics in terms of women, right? And then you have them that's the least desired in terms of like marriage and stuff, right? So it's like if a black woman is educated, people are like, oh, she thinks she's just out here just tushing, like bougie, whatnot, like she don't need a man type of thing. But what if I'm educated and I want a man? What if I'm educated and I have a man? Is that a problem?
Okay, but
then?
what if your degrees are intimidating men from approaching
I was just gonna
you?
say that.
Why should a piece of paper intimidate you from approaching
If
me?
you have 50 million degrees and then he messes up on one word, he'll be like, "Whoa, I can't."
That's not it.
It's still possible.
No, I
to
think
go,
it's a thing where like obviously you want your own level, right? Like if I'm educated, I want someone that's educated, right? Not saying that I won't date someone that's not educated, but usually you're in a crowd of people that are typically educated.
Okay.
So like you're searching for people in your social dynamics or social circle. So if I'm a black woman that's educated, I'm hanging around other educated people, I'm gonna be seeking out educated men, right? But someone that's maybe has 0 degrees or 1 degree might not necessarily be in my circle of influence, and they might feel a bit intimidated approaching that circle. That's on you, boo. Level up.
But like honestly, 1 degree and then you have 7. Like,
Bro, are we comparing degrees or are we comparing compatibility here?
No, but like, it also depends. No, that's true, but also depends. Like, there are people who I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Real Housewives of Potomac. Like there's one lady, a Nigerian lady, who has it's like anyway, she's a Nigerian woman who has 4 degrees. And she says it, she's accomplished. And she says it a lot. She's like, I have 4 degrees, I have 4 degrees. If you're a person who's out there saying, I'm really, really educated, and what is the word? Like if you keep on putting that out there, obviously overemphasizing, that's definitely gonna deter some people from approaching you for sure. Right. So if you're humble with it, you don't necessarily like display it or say that, oh, I have 7 degrees, and they just happen to find out later, then it's calm. You're basing your relationship off of the conversation.
What I'm hearing is it's not the degree, it's the demeanor that you're coming with.
That's very true.
Okay, so I can have 7 degrees and it's come as long as I'm like, babes, I'm feeling you feel me.
That's true. Also, just like I don't know. Also, if you guys watch Girlfriends, Lynn, how many degrees does she have?
Bro, Lynn,
how many degrees does she have?
Lynn had 5 degrees.
She had like 11, but
she was calm with it.
She was calm.
Yeah.
She was
also,
calm with
Lynn
it.
was lazy and wasn't doing that with them degrees.
Yes.
And it's possible to have both, and you don't your degrees will speak for themselves. Come on, like
that's really true. That's very true.
Okay, come on, Krista.
That's also a lot of loans.
Your degree.
So.
It is a lot of loans. Yeah. Are we discussing how much we're gonna have to pay?
You can't even buy a house because all you have is student loans.
Like,
I mean,
at
but
what
then
point
again,
is it enough?
Barack Obama also was paying his loans up until he got into office. So you gonna be paying loans.
That's true.
That doesn't mean you can't live your life.
That's the America we live in.
Thank you. I mean, I think that a piece of paper shouldn't like ruin your chances of being able to get married or anything. I think that's just very superficial. Like, if you are a man that you're confident in your 1 degree or no degree, like, if you come with that, like, like, I don't know how to explain that. Like the confidence, like you know you.
Okay, I don't want to use that. It has a negative connotation, but
What
like,
was it?
I was gonna say machismo, but that has a negative connotation.
Machismo?
It's kind of like that's negative. It has a negative connotation.
You know, there was something that I wanted to use, but I know the people are gonna come for me. Like, if you have that like alpha male,
I was gonna say,
but I know they're gonna come for me. So
Alpha male.
like, but if you have like the alpha male presence, like your confidence in who you are, like I don't think any woman will have a problem with if they have 7 degrees and you have 1, but you're confident in your 1. You carry yourself.
Carry yourself.
Like, come with him.
Come.
Then it's like,
With your
okay,
chest.
like, all right, babes, let's move.
Yeah.
But I think that concludes scenario 1.
Yeah. For
Wait,
sure.
hold on. Actually, let me actually ask this question.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you guys be? Oh, actually, I won't say dating. Let me up it up. Will you marry someone with no degree? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Bill
degree.
Gates did he have a degree?
No degree, no
Did he-
plan.
no,
No
he-
degree, no plan.
No plan, no marriage.
No.
No plan, no marriage. No plan, no conversation.
No, we need a vision. We gotta have some type of
Okay.
If you don't have a vision, where are we going?
Like,
I'm just walking by
you're leading me blind. You're leading
no
me.
degree,
No.
fine.
You're leaving me
People-
blind.
Yeah.
Man, then
It's fine,
don't leave her blind.
Don't.
Okay,
We don't have
I like
vision.
that.
No 2020.
So, okay, so then let me push it a little bit further.
Okay.
Flow.
If you both have your degrees, y'all doing well in your respectful fields, but you make more than him. Is it a problem?
No.
See,
no,
thank
no.
you, because I don't think it's a problem for
It's
women
not.
when they make more than the man, but I think it's a problem for men.
Yeah.
Got you.
But why should it be a problem if the money's coming into one household?
I feel like they're not secure in themselves. If
It's
that's the
just-
actual issue. If we're both successful in our careers and I happen to make a little bit more than you, that's a you issue. That's a you. Check yourself and your confidence as a man. That should not hinder your abilities to operate as the head of the household just because I make a little bit more than you.
Oh, are you
Because we're all
preaching?
no, I am. I'm flowing. I'm flowing
flow,
because
flow.
at the end of the day, the money doesn't determine your role in the house. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. That's the word.
And also to that, like, it's a we thing, right? So
Mhm.
it's a we thing. If I make a little more, worst case, be encouraged and we all work together.
Exactly.
Facts.
You know,
That should be
encourage.
peppering you
Be
to
encouraged.
to make more money.
Ginger you, okay?
Ginger
Let it ginger you.
Okay, we're back. But we got hungry, so we got some food. So we're gonna talk about this stuff and eat at the same time.
You guys want to explain what you're eating? I know some people got some jollof, some wache. You know, obviously fried
I got
yams
some,
is the way to
yeah,
go.
jollof and beef, beef, what is this? Beef
Chicken.
Beef chicken. I said beef chicken.
I got
And
some fried yams and trophy, spicy.
I got some J-Lof and some
J-Lo, get out!
and some chicken. 2 pieces to be precise,
You
guys.
guys sharing
J
stew?
rice.
Yes,
They didn't give me the
J-rice,
extra
yeah.
stew.
Right, so let's get into it. Who has scenario 2 for me?
I have scenario 2. Okay, so scenario 2.
Mm-hmm.
Should men be offended by the saying, "Men are trash"?
I think you're only offended if it applies to you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel as though, just like how the other way could go, that girls are whoremongers. Are whoremongers? That's the biblical
That
term.
is a biblical term,
That's
guys.
the biblical term. That's not going to affect me because I ain't no whoremonger. I am a holy child. So if you go around saying that, I could care less. Unless it has really, like, if that ideology has really, like, you have internalized it to the point where you really think that every single girl is a whoremonger, then that's going to be annoying because you're not even going to give me a fair chance.
So on the flip side, if the woman has ingrained in her that all men are trash, then men should have a problem with it?
Because I feel like they're not really going to approach the situation fairly. And honestly, I think a lot of women have actually internalized that. And I think that's very problematic. Very, very problematic.
So I think I don't have a problem with the saying women are whoremongers or men are trash if I'm not a whoremonger or if I'm trash. If I'm not trash, I guess. But I think I can see how some men will have like an issue with it if it's become a generalized thing where you're like, oh, I'm out here just doing all these great things, but you just think all men are trash, so you're not even like recognizing what I'm doing or like validating anything that I'm doing out here.
Exactly.
And so in that case, I guess the problem is not because I'm trash, but just because you've like generalized everything. So yeah.
And I think a lot of people get annoyed with men are trash, but sometimes I say people are trash because they don't hold their fellow men accountable for the things that they do. And at that point, not only is your friend trash, but you're also trash by association.
Trash by association. If you can have a trash friend, what does that say about you? What does that say about you?
And actually, I was thinking about something the other day where it's like, if you hang out with people and everyone's calling those people trash, what does that make you? How do you practice? Because you might just be actually doing the bare minimum, but because you're hanging out with trash people, you think you're actually better than what you actually are. So if your friends are trash, 99.9% of the chance you're trash, you just haven't realized it. Don't come for me.
But I feel like that leads into like another question. Like what if it was just like one of your friends? Like if the majority of your friends are trash, I feel like it's safe to assume that not to be annoying,
but
you might be trash too. But like some of your friends are trash. Then what? Does that say that you need to reevaluate your standards of friendship, or you just allow some?
Well, so then what is like your criteria of friendship?
That's some deep
Because like if your friends or some of your friends are trash and they're talking about their trash behavior, you know, their conquest of the concubines and the whoremongers.
Hold on, I think we need to clarify trash because
so what are we considering
some
trash?
people will say you are God's creation, so we're not calling you trash, we're calling your behavior trash. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please continue.
But what do we consider trash behavior though? Because some guy might be watching this and be like, man, I have some bad behaviors, but they're not trash.
There's many layers to this.
So give us some examples out here in these streets.
So I feel like one of the more, I guess, common reasons why men would be trash is that they intentionally lead women on and and they manipulate them essentially.
Gaslighting.
That is trash behavior.
I think lying, cheating. Bruh. If you're not called to monogamy, stay out of the game. Gaslighting, making someone feel like what they're saying is not valid because, you know, you have this ideology that, oh no, my behavior is perfect and, you know, oh, guys. I just thought about a scenario. I'm sorry. This just like randomly hit me.
Okay.
So I think it was on the Breakfast Club where I don't know if he's a rapper, if he's a entertainer, some guy, right? He was saying that men should be given credit for being faithful, because it's harder for men to be faithful than it is for women. Now,
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm paraphrasing here, but essentially that's what he was saying, where it was like, you know, if a guy is faithful, a woman should be like, yo, like, good job for being faithful, da-da-da-da-da, because men are just being approached so much that if they're faithful and they're not being trash, then they should. And I was like, wait a minute.
Why should I give you credit for doing the bare minimum?
No, but why should I give you credit for doing what you were supposed to do?
And how old was this man?
Boy, he's like
child.
He's like 20s to 30s. Like I'm just like my generation. Like my generation finds ways to embarrass me daily.
Like there's not even embarrassing you. It's embarrassing the men that are in that in that age bracket, because look at
I think it's really crazy that men think that it's harder for them to remain faithful. You know how many men move to women a day? Men are thirsty. Like, I'm looking directly into the camera. You know how many, like, women actually have to turn down people. Like, a guy could be fine, might have some woman in his DMs. A fine babes has everyone.
Everybody. Sending snowflakes.
And their mom. Everyone and their mom.
And their moms and their aunties. Those that snowflake thing I will never understand.
And even to that point, like, faithfulness shouldn't really be described by, like, how many people you've turned down or, like, you know, it's not about that. The faithfulness, it goes beyond like how many people you've turned down or how many situations you've been able to look past, right? So, nah.
My thing is like, why should I give you credit for what you're supposed to do? It's like, oh, if he's a faithful guy, if he takes care of his family, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, you really just want participation points?
Yeah. In regard to like the taking care of the family thing, I think I saw something on Twitter too, like where someone was saying like, why do we like really congratulate men when we see them with their daughters like on Instagram and stuff, like saying it's so cute or whatever, when they're really just doing what they're supposed to be.
I think it's also because when these men that are being like praised for being amazing fathers, they're typically black men, right? And there's this whole, I don't want to say stereotype because there is like, there's evidence.
There's a lot of history.
A lot of black men aren't in their children's lives, or they, they're incarcerated and stuff. But that also goes to a lot of systematic things, right? But should you acknowledge that, okay, you're doing what you're supposed to do? Yes, but should I be praising you like, oh, you deserve everything in the world because you're a faithful dad? You laid down with the woman. What is happening down there?
Oh, we're sharing. We're sharing.
I'm sorry, the food has consumed some people in this life.
LOL.
No, but I think, okay, if you see a black man who is, involved in their kid's life, you're like, oh, that's really commendable. But to really be like, oh, you're really a good guy, you're out here doing da-da-da-da-da. He laid down with the woman. Children came out. He is responsible for those children. You brought them here. They didn't request to be here. But I don't think anybody should be getting any points for doing what they're supposed to do. But then that also brings up a question. I'd be reading too much on the Twitter. No, because there was this whole back and forth where it's like, is monogamy innate from men? Do you understand what I mean? Or is it like, it's like men are typically supposed to have like multiple wives, and like our grandparents and stuff, they were doing polygamy and stuff like.
Wait, so our grandparents are who we should be modeling ourselves after?
Yeah, so apparently.
Wait, but like,
Wow.
can we just take it back to the beginning? The beginning.
The beginning.
I
knew you guys were going there.
Adam had Eve. Did God make
Adam, Eve, Yvette, and
Jane?
Let's.
Jane.
Jane.
Did he make
Stella?
Eve and Jane? Because men had to have at least two people? Or did he just make one?
But then someone can say God made one, but if we're looking in the Bible, polygamy was a thing.
It was.
Definitely was.
People having concubines and multiple concubines. Solomon had child wives. Ciao.
Definitely was a thing.
But I think my thing is, everything in this lifetime, the way I see it, is a choice, right? If you've chosen to be with one person, fine, be with that one person. If you can't, just bounce out. But if you decide to be with that one person, that person is also committed to you, and now you're thinking about, oh, let's have an open relationship. That nonsense.
Yeah, I think people use that as a reason to be selfish and just to get as many women as possible. It's not like, oh, I'm trying to fill the earth. I'm Father Abraham.
No.
You're just trying to be selfish so you have multiple women to choose from. That's really what it is.
Sorry, I'm still on Father Abraham.
It's not Abraham that was doing. What's the babe's name?
Your descendants will be.
God said, "I will give you your descendants. You are going to make your own descendants." Can you?
Can you can? This is serious. Can you can?
I can't. I can no longer.
No, but I don't think I really hate the idea that like people like to say men can't be faithful. Like, why are we like giving them the bare minimum to do? Because if the tables were flipped, we're like, a woman can't be faithful. Women out here just laying with whoever they want to. Then all of a sudden, that woman is labeled as something.
A whoremonger.
We need to stop like, the whole men can't do. No, it's called self-discipline.
Right. Literally.
Then it'll be those same women who come and complain. Oh,
but the thing, I don't blame. They're gonna come for me for this, right? But I don't think so. Like, I also blame women a lot for men's behavior.
yeah.
Right? Because a guy can cheat on a girl, right? And you will know that this guy has cheated on his girlfriend, and you will still go with that guy. That's why. So men can have all this bad behavior, but still end up with a banging wife.
Yeah.
How?
Men only do what women allow them to do to them.
Ooh, the pastor's in the room. Shall the congregation stand?
Honestly,
Word.
like,
Word.
and this is why I kind of feel some type of way. Those people who be saying men are trash, are they really trash, or are you just allowing them to do these things to you, and then at some point you're getting sick and tired, and then now you're saying they're trash? Did you not? Were you not listening to the signs that they were giving you? Were you not listening to the words that they were telling you? If he's telling you, I don't want a relationship, you're thinking, maybe later on. No, he told you. You thought. You thought you could change.
I'm sorry, Daniel, you're in people's houses. I'm
going to your house. You thought that you could change him, but he laid it down. He was clear. He said, I don't want it.
But actually, you know what? We also got to look at some sides because I know okay, let me rephrase this.
Okay.
I had to rephrase and take out names, right? Because the thing is, like, let's bring it into our household, right? We're all believers out here. We're all Christian women, you know. I'm not going to drop anybody's relationship status. Some people are single, some people may not be. I don't know.
Please, I'll put it there. I'm single. I'm single.
I'm screening for everybody. If you're a man there that wants to, I'll screen the men for you. But we as believers, right? We're obviously with other male believers. Obviously, we're not being unequally yoked out here. So the thing is, we have these. I like to call them the new age Christian guys, right? The ones that they've come to Christ. They ripped jeans, leather jacket. Yeah, I'm giving you youth pastor vibes. Some people might wear the hat. Like
everyday loafers. It's okay.
Tassel loafers.
She said it. It really is a tussle loafers though. Right, fitted jeans, like, they do the H&M, Zara, sometimes ASOS type of vibe. Okay. Right? They're good looking men, they love Jesus. But they approach you because they've learned in church, like, you have to approach the girl with intention, da-da-da-da. So they'll come to you, I'm trying to make you my wifey, da-da-da-da-da, give you all the sweet words of what biblically sounds right. You're like, okay. And then, at this point, they didn't lead you on, they gave you the intention, so you think this is going somewhere. And then they start showing hiki-haga behaviors, right? Some behaviors that you're like, bruh, like...
Wait a minute! Who are you?
They're gaslighting you, they're lying, they're doing all of these things. In that point, how do you blame the woman? Because you presented something to me and you didn't uphold it.
Okay. That's where we go back to you were being trash, I guess.
Okay, so
because you were not... No, because in that situation, you're not... What you're portraying is not who you really are or what you were really trying to do. So then that's where we go to the whole, like, you manipulated me into thinking that this is who you were. You were being serious. But in reality, you're just like the rest of them.
Yay. And I think people use the excuse that, I go to church, so I'm not trash. And that's really the problematic thing here. Because, baby... You can still go to church. The devil can be inside the church, you people. I need you to understand that. So don't think you're exempt from having trash behavior just because you go to church.
Like, that used to be me. I used to think like, as long as he goes to church, like he's like, no. That's literally the bare minimum. Bare. I go to church, okay, good. That's cool. I go too. And some witches are in church too. And
it's getting hot in here, guys. I don't know if it's the pepper or...
The pepper is hot in fact.
No, but nah. Just because they go to church does not mean a thing.
So we're saying that men and women should not be offended by whether they're called trash or whoremongers if it doesn't apply to the behavior that they're exhibiting.
For sure.
Yeah, and it's all about your standard, right? You have your standards, and so if someone says something, like, it doesn't apply, so just go with your standard.
Yep.
This is Krista, aka Words of Wisdom.
Please,
right? We will give you all the emotions and a rah-rah. Listen to Krista.
I beg.
Sometimes, like, let's be honest, like, when somebody tells you something that's juicy and they tell you don't tell anybody, you tell somebody.
Good point.
All your pillow talk, well, you shouldn't have pillow talk if you're not married.
I don't have a pillow.
Opposite ends of the couch talk.
Please, yes. When we're sitting upright.
We're sitting, yes. Lights on.
Listen, you'll be shocked when you're feeling somebody the time you're running.
No, that is acting like she doesn't like it.
Right, yeah.
Let your body feel something. You're not only a spiritual being.